Hello, Nistas and Nistos. How are you today? Welcome back to the channel. I want to thank you guys for coming back to the channel. I'm SavingsFashionista, and over here we do mainly things fragrance, whether it's body or home. And today we are here to talk fragrances, and I have a dedicated fragrance review for you. So if you're interested in hearing my thoughts about the latest release in collaboration with Paulina, Cabana Sunset, please stay tuned. All right, Nista. So today we are going to do a dedicated review. I am confident. I'm ready to do it. I've had this fragrance over a month now, and it has taken some time for me to settle my thoughts about it. But this fragrance is Cabana Sunset from Navitus in collaboration with the beautiful Paulina's Perfume here on YouTube. I will leave her linked below. And this is the fragrance. I hope my lighting is not drowning it out, but I will post a picture as well because I really want you to see this. It's absolutely gorgeous. It comes in, this is a 100 ml bottle. Yes, I think this is 100 ml. Yes, this is a 100 ml bottle. It's the shorter bottle. Some of their fragrances come in the taller bottle. And it has the white Navitus plated stamp. It is with the gold embossed cap. The finish on here is matte, and it is completely opaque. You cannot see through it unless you put it over a bright light. But this is the packaging, and if nothing more, I have gotten tons of compliments on the packaging. It is absolutely beautiful, but the compliments don't go to me because I did not design the fragrance. So this is the fragrance. Packaging, beautiful. Beautiful. So Barbie pink, so girly. Absolutely beautiful. All right. So what's most important is what's inside, what is the juice like. So let's get into it. This fragrance is a fruity floral gourmand, and it is indeed that. The fragrance retails for $170 on Navitus, and it is available. But when I purchased this, normally with Navitus new release, you get like a 20% off. However, this was a little different. They gave 10% off, or you could get one of the all over body sprays for free. So that's what I opted to get, and I got the Amorous Intense all over body spray in collaboration with AI the Great, and it is so good. So if you don't want to invest the over $100 for the fragrance, I would recommend their all over perfume sprays. The Amorous is just as powerful as the fragrance. I have them both. So absolutely worth the not getting the 20% off. So there was a lot of commentary about why Navitus, didn't give the 20% off because, we like the 20% because I think it takes these down to like $136 with the 20% off. But I went ahead and purchased it, and initially I was kind of like, do I regret this purchase? Because anything that I get from Navitus is more than likely going to be a blind buy because I have no way of sampling it unless I order a sample or a decant from Macari, and I've never ordered decants from Macari, so I don't really know how that works. But you guys, this fragrance, when I initially got it, let's save that. I'll get back to you on that. So let's talk about the notes. All right, the top notes. We have lychee, green apple, granita, and that's like a sorbet. When I looked up the word, it's like a sorbet. So it's more of something that's creamy as far as apple. So it's not like an actual piece of fruit. It is like a preserve or something, like a sorbet preserve. Strawberry jam, peach. The heart notes are coconut, Indian tuberose, white flower blends. The base notes are vanilla custard accord, Madagascar vanilla, amber, and musk. Now, you guys, the seasons that I think that this fragrance is more befitting to, but you know, I live by the creed of you wear what you want when you want to wear it. It's on you. But I think you will probably get the best performance from this fragrance from what I have experienced in the spring and fall. I don't quite know about winter yet, but I'm sure in some regions winter is like fall in some places, because sometimes here in my region it's like fall, a large percentage of the winter. But I do think that this is a better fragrance for spring and fall, and I'm going to explain to you why. Now, as beautiful as the packaging is, you would think that, and even the name Cabana Sunset, you would think that this is a summer fragrance. It could be for someone, but for me, I just think that this is going to be a better fragrance for me for spring and fall, and that's just my subjective opinion. The longevity is 8+ hours. The projection is about 6+ hours. When I say projection means that I can idly sit and I can smell myself without making skin to nose contact. Longevity is that I have to make skin to nose or skin to cloth contact to smell it. But it has a really nice lasting power. All of the fragrances that I have from Navitus, they are exceptional when it comes to the longevity and the projection. I have no issues with it. So let's talk about the fragrance. Now, you guys, when I first got this fragrance, it was very off-putting to me. Very off-putting. And I do contribute some of that to brand new fragrances. All of you know about the maceration of fragrances, how the fragrance has to be oxidized and it just has to settle. That's real. That has to happen. So I said, but even with that smell that I was getting that I did not enjoy, it's more like a chemical, or, and I hate to say this, like some like a bug spray. That's the only chemical that I can kind of relate it to, so that you can kind of like have a frame of reference what I'm trying to say. So it had that smell, and I was not at all impressed on initial wear. But I am a firm believer that things have to macerate. I have some fragrances that I did not like initially. Months down the line, I fell completely in love with the fragrances. And this is one of those situations where I did not like it initially, but this fragrance has developed some, and I do like it more now than I did initially. And I'm thinking that it's going to even get better with time. So this fragrance, it starts off now in present time, it starts off really sweet. But that underlying smell that I told you I was getting, that's like a chemical smell, it is no longer like chemical to me. It's more like herbal. So it's more like it's some type of herbal, and it's like a piney herbal that I'm picking up. That's just my nose. And the strawberry jam, the sweetness that I smell, it is definitely coming from that strawberry jam. And when I say strawberry jam, I'm not talking about fresh strawberries. I'm not talking about strawberry candy. This actually smells like some thick, sticky strawberry jam or some type of strawberry preserve. That's just how intense the strawberry is in this fragrance. The green apple, I smell that more in the base of it. And the green apple that they said that is in here is not like a fresh green apple. It's like a green apple. And they said that it was granita. And I looked that up, granita, and that's some type of sorbet. I can't necessarily say that I picked that up, because when I think of sorbet, I think of a cool, watery a little creamy, something that comes to mind. That's not the apple that I'm getting. I'm getting more of apple orchard. Like if you were in a field and you smelled apples that are not quite ripe. Um, that's the type of apple that I'm getting from it. The coconut is present, and I wish that there were more coconut in it because of the name Cabana Sunset. That's what I was really looking for. It is present, but it doesn't really give you that exotic beachy suntan lotion type of coconut. It is giving you more of like a, like if you had a dessert and they had coconut on top and it's like toasted. It's kind of like giving me more of like a warm coconut, almost like more of a gourmand coconut than just a fresh fruity coconut, if that makes sense. The white florals, they do develop within 30 minutes. You do start picking up the white florals and they rest. They're there throughout the fragrance. So you are going to get that white floral essence in the fragrance for the longevity of the fragrance, once it develops into that point after about 30 minutes on my skin. I can say that I do get a vanilla fragrance from it, but it's not giving me that super sweet ice creamy like vanilla. It's giving me more of like a plant vanilla, like if you had a vanilla plant or like the leaves from a vanilla plant. That's what is coming to mind when I get whiffs of the vanilla. It's not a fruity gourmand type of vanilla. And that herbal undertone is not as prominent as it was, which was very cloying and off-putting for me initially. And I don't know or understand what that is coming from. I don't know if it's the Indian tuberose. I don't know if it's the lychee. I can't quite pinpoint where I think that is probably coming from, but it is definitely in here. And because that note is present, whatever it is that I'm smelling, because it is present, that is the note that makes the fragrance more liking for me during the fall and perhaps the spring months. This is something that I just really don't see myself wearing in 90-degree weather because I did not enjoy it. Does it contribute to it not being settled at that time? Perhaps. I don't know. I won't be able to test that and discover that until next summer. And next summer, I'm sure this fragrance will have developed into something a little different from what it is now. I just truly believe that. So this fragrance may also be a good fragrance for winter. I don't know. As stated before, depending on your climate, it could possibly be a good fragrance for winter. As far as compliments, believe it or not, even when it was in a stage that I didn't care for, I got like 3 compliments the first day that I wore this. I didn't get the compliments like early in the day. I got it more as, the day progressed. And maybe 4 hours in, I was getting compliments on the fragrance. When I last wore this, which was, I think I wore this yesterday. Did I wear this yesterday? I've worn it. Yeah, I think it was Monday. No, I wore this on Monday. Even when I wore it on Monday, I got several compliments. And they told me how good I smell. But on Monday, when I wore it, I mixed it with Escapade Gourmand, and it was chef's kiss. It was really good. So if you do have this fragrance and you don't really know how you feel about it, I would definitely recommend mixing this fragrance with a more gourmand or creamy type of vanilla to kind of like subdue that very rich, whatever that note is that's giving me like a herbal note. It's not really medicinal. I'm saying herbal because it's more chemical to me. I'm just going to be honest. I don't like to use that term because that's kind of heavy, especially when you're talking about something that you spray on your skin or very close to your skin. But it does give me that type of smell. However, it's not as bad as it was initially. It has subdued some, and I have great hopes that it's going to subdue more. And this may even perform in 60 or 50-degree weather. I won't know until then. So, these were my thoughts about the fragrance. This is the only fragrance that I have gotten from Paulina's collaborations, but I have heard very great things about her other collaborations. I don't regret having this. I am now glad that I do have it, but initially, I have to be completely honest, I was really wondering, like, what am I going to do with this fragrance? What is going to become of this fragrance? But I gave it time. It has developed some, like I say, and I am enjoying it more. And those are my thoughts on Cabana Sunset by Navitus Parfums in collaboration with Paulina here on YouTube. I want to thank you guys for coming back to the channel. I greatly appreciate you. If you have any questions that I did not cover about the fragrance, you can ask those in the comments below. If you have any thoughts about the fragrance, if you have experienced the fragrance, or if you own the fragrance, you can leave those in the comment section below. I want to thank you guys for coming back, and do not forget, you, yes you are great. Bye-bye.